If you're not in control, you're out of control. Simple words from a superstar music artist. You know him as Epps or 2 Chainz. And in a minute, we will be talking business with Mr. Epps right here at our Forbes on 5th Space. You're in the Enterprise Zone. Hello, everyone. This is Jabari Young, senior writer at Forbes, and you're in the Enterprise Zone at our Forbes on 5th Media Space. And I have a special guest. His name is 2 Chainz, right? Everybody knows who you are, man. I don't even know why I'm introducing you to me. They know who you are.
You gotta stay humble. You gotta do it. You gotta do that every time. How you doing, man?
Man, listen, thank you so much for coming in, man. I really appreciate the time. The last time I believe he was at Forbes was like 2008, sometime like that. When you were talking about Forbes music.
Yeah, I had more money then too. So,
no.
I'm just yeah, I remember coming in here and hanging out. You was here?
I was not with the company yet, but doing my research, I'm looking, I said, wait, Forbes music, and he was in the office talking about this and all that good stuff.
That was a long time ago.
It was, man.
I forgot all about that.
Yeah. But so welcome back, man. So I couldn't even say welcome because you've been here before, so welcome back.
Thank you.
Artist, entrepreneur, businessman, now coming author, right? You got a book coming out, but definitely get into all that. Before I start, man, I have a 12-year-old daughter. I always ask, man, how's fatherhood going?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm actually very present, able to see them grow in real time.
Yeah.
To the point where you go somewhere else and they're like, he's getting tall and you don't recognize it because you with him so much. You know what I'm saying? So, I have 2 teenagers, young ladies.
Yeah.
You know what that is.
I'm learning. How was it being a girl dad? I'm a 12-year-old, and I just found out she had a crush. Somebody has a.
Oh yeah, she talks to me about the boys that like her and vice versa. I think you should be, very open to that, so they won't keep any secrets. My 17-year-old is trying to go to Howard next year, so she's really in her college bag, and then my soon-to-be 13-year-old. She's playing flag football. She's in actually 8th grade, and she's on JV, so she's doing good for herself. And then my son will be 10 this month, and he just has super basketball aspirations, and I'm living vicariously through him at this point,
Yeah. You want more kids?
No way. I tell people, I pray I don't have any more.
Yeah.
Lord, please, I don't want any more kids. I'm good.
Yeah, they're expensive, man. But again, it's
not even that. I got what I need and everything. I don't need any. Because you know what I realize is the age difference affects the sibling relationship just a little bit. You know what I mean? So when you have 10, 12 years, it's just hard to. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's hard to keep them close.
Yeah. When I usually do this show, man, I'm at the NASDAQ Stock Exchange. We wanted to open up the Forbes space because you were here. So I wanted to bring you here, so I'm glad. But I always ask people, and I'm going to keep it consistent, to give me a stock, right? Something that's worked well for you, something maybe you're looking to buy. What's a stock that 2 Chainz like?
I do have some stock, but my true, because I used to gamble a lot, and I feel like anything in the VC space is gambling. Not to say it's a good thing, but a lot of my money right now is tied up into companies that I'm patiently waiting on to go public or in that vein.
Yeah.
As far as just normal stocks, I've been doing that for a long time. I have a broker that does a lot of that for me, but the bulk of my money right now is either in some investments or callable yield notes that I feel they have a better return and kickback for me right now.
Right.
I'm not mad at anybody in dibbling in the SP 500 and doing things like that. I do things different.
Yeah, I get it. So what's been the soundtrack to your 2025, man? What's been the music that's been keeping you creative and motivated in 2025? A lot going on this year, as you see. So what's been that for you?
Well, for me, it's a shameless plug would be the album that I just dropped with Larry June and Alchemist called Life is Beautiful. Yeah. I think it has some really nice jewels in there about life, finances, love, and, obviously some rap cap in there, but
LLC too, right?
Yeah. We talk about all of those things and put it in a cool way so it doesn't sound preachy.
Yeah.
And doesn't sound boring, and also, allows the consumer to, actually learn some without trying to. So
Yeah. I love The Alchemist, man. It's one of my favorite producers.
He's so dope,
I mean, he got that dark music, man. I mean, it takes you to a place.
that was my first time just really getting down with him, man.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what was it like working with him?
You know, we worked on individual tracks together, but putting the whole album together, man, it's just because I've been doing it a long time, right? It was a great experience dealing with someone who really cares about the music and really cares about the details.
Yeah, I love that. Just the sound and the quality of it, man. And then you also have Red Clay movie, right? That's currently going around.
Yeah, Red Clay is a short film that I paid for, produced, co-written with my cousin Omar Epps. And we did it at my mother-in-law's house in Atlanta, Georgia. And it's roughly about my life that I never shared in interviews or even in my music. It's about the relationship I have with my mother, and we're very close. That's where the name Titty Boy came from me being so close to my mom. Like, people used to be like, he's spoiled brat, he's a titty baby. And so I made a film that is in like a festival run right now because I'm trying to be considered for an Oscar. So you have to go through all these prerequisites, and that's how serious I am about the next step of my life as far as taking this film stuff. And so we having big meetings about it, but essentially it's about addiction, and it has some resilience in there, but it's hard for me to watch it, and I'm not even
Why is
in
it
it.
hard?
You know how you have these little family secrets, and some people know about them. This is what it is. You think no one knows about it. That's what it is. And then you find out that some people may know about it or may not know about it. So when I was young, I did a selfish act, but I have a list of excuses, if you want to call it, on the reason why I did it. And that was actually selling my mom something. It happened for, a long time for, in my personal opinion, the right reasons. But if you've never really been in this environment or been in this situation, it'll be super easy to judge and point the finger at. So Red Clay, it's just talking about that whole journey and how we even got to the point where I had to be the person to do things like that to my own mom.
Does any of that storytelling come out? Again, you have the new book, The Voice in My Head is God. Is that any of those come out in that book?
It's like I've taken a shot of truth serum, as my career has, built out. I'm on my 8th, 9th album. I'm not even sure at this point, but The Voice in My Head is God is a book that I wrote. I was starting to write a book. I was just using a lot of the things that I had to put the book together, but I didn't want the book to be cliche and autobiographical to where it was trying to compete with artists who, in my personal opinion, I think artists are always trying to out-struggle each other and out-pain each other and talk about what their childhood was like. And I feel like sometimes that could be therapeutic and sometimes it could just be cap, right? And so, and cap, for the people that's watching, is like exaggerated. Mm-hmm. So when I'm writing this book, I'm looking at letters that my pop used to write me from prison and a bunch of other notes that I had. But when he used to write me from prison, on the back of the letter, he used to put God is love. And up till I'm in my 40s, I never realized what he was saying. These letters are 30 years old, right? And then one day, I replaced the is with an equal sign. And I put God equals love. And I said, this makes so much sense to me now, because if it ain't no love and it ain't no God in it. Mm. I'm an only child. I've been talking to myself. My mom been telling me shut the hell up for I don't know how long. But who the hell are you talking to? Fast forward. I have like a voice. I literally have a voice in my head that, kind of tells me. It could probably drive some people crazy because it tells me, or it speaks to me all day long. I have a voice that will tell me what I want to put on, what I want to eat, which way I want to go if I'm driving, and these little minute details. But anytime that I've listened to this voice, positive things have come from it. So I say to myself, I feel like my conscience led to my success. And I started thinking, they always say God is in you. And I'm like, what if this voice that I'm hearing is that? And it's not a book that's religious based. I don't have any verses out the Bible or anything in there. The book is a culmination of things or activities that I did or went through. And the outcome when I did listen to the voice in my head. And I also have a chapter called the Fuck It Voice, because we all have that too. Well, we know we shouldn't be doing this, and we literally say, fuck it, and we do it. But the book, my goal for the book is to have people quiet down the outside noise and at least try to pay attention to the God that's in them or whatever they feel or believe in. But listening to that voice, for me, works, and it's still working.
I was going to ask you how you create, right? How does one create? You know, somebody like 2 Chainz, you won a Grammy. How do you create? And creating to maintain that replay value in music, right?
Yeah.
And our peers are saying like that maybe those voices in your head helps you create.
Yeah, I don't even think it's voices like...
Well, the voice
in your head. It's not
God.
like I'm hearing different ones in a schizophrenic type of setting or anything like that. It's literally like I'll be somewhere and it'll be like, yeah, it's time to go.
Just feel it, like gut.
Mm-hmm. And it could be like a space where it's not time to go for so many things. It's still, the party's still going. It's still a good vibe, but it'll be time for me to go. Now, not say when I leave, somebody shoot the club. That won't happen, or shoot the party up. That's not necessarily going to happen, but I get better results when I don't question it. When I don't be like, nah, man, this thing's still lit. I'm gonna stay in here 2 more hours. You know what I mean? I just do it now at this point because it's just been the right thing to do. Now, when I have not done some of those things, not to say bad things completely come out of it, but I end up regretting not listening to it.
Right.
Because I buck on it sometimes. I'd be like, oh, man, what up, you know? And then I'm like, man, I should have done that. Yeah.
I should have left.
I should have. And then I'm mad. I'm trying to explain to somebody that ain't in my head. Man, I knew they looking at me like, boy, you crazy. So I just put it in a literature format, and this is my first book, and I wanted to be impactful. I wanted to lead with something that felt like I would be a leader in, you know what I'm saying? Talking about intuition and having that intuitive vibe, and whether you get it as you get older, because I feel like men mature much later than females do. I just feel like women get a head start on that. I feel like women are born with intuition. My mom it's just some things that happen when I thought about it. I'm like, man, she knew whether she was listening to her voice, but I think she just had that intuition, that feeling on, I don't know if this is the right thing to do, son, you know, and I'm just going on about my business. So later on in life, I started identifying what I believe in, and I start identifying the spirit inside myself, I guess, as something that had to be positive because it was sending me in a positive direction.
Music still your therapy? I know, you still surprise yourself?
Every day. I didn't rap last night, so I was just up all night, and I was trying, they was trying to take me to Starlet's last night. I was going to go to Starlet's. I knew I had to be up early, so I was just weighing that up. But normally
it's one of those times you listen to yourself like, no, I'm just going to stay.
Man, I'm going to stay here, man, because I know I'm going to have to do this, do that, then do this. So, yeah, I listened to myself. I did. I just stayed in the room. But, as far as music, I'm excited about music because I tell people that I still get good ideas and I still get new ideas, and they still surprise me. And I'm the one coming up with them. Mm-hmm. So I say that to say that I say something in the studio, and I be like, boy, you bad. Boy, you still, you know, it's just, I still have that kind of feeling, that urge. It's therapeutic. It's right off the top of my head and stuff, too. So I feel like it's a form of brain exercise for me as well. Being someone that smoked for so long, over so many years, and probably burned so many brain cells, I use thinking of verses, thinking of lines, thinking of stuff as a form of mental calisthenics. And so it's something that I have to do.
From time to time, and I always like to go to LinkedIn and ask people, hey, I got 2 Chainz coming up. What would you ask them?
Okay.
And I did that, and I got a question from a girl named Kristen, and she says, how do you keep creating from truth when the world keeps remixing the noise? I thought that was very interesting. How do you keep creating from truth when the world keeps remixing the noise?
If you're in a horse race or on a track racing, if you look to the side while you're running, you're going to slow down. But if I look straight, I don't know what everybody else has going on. So if I look straight, I really don't know what you're wearing. I don't know how your hair, I don't know how your hair looks. I don't know if you're white, black, whatever, whatever. So for me, I have adapted and adopted the idea of just having tunnel vision and worrying about me, mine, and everything connected to me. You know what I'm saying? All the way to the trickle down to my youngest kid, all the way up to my mom. And that's just the family. And as far as business, everything that deals with me. Now, it's hard not to get in people's business because when you scroll down, they telling you about what this person did, what this person did. But I find so much peace in just using that as entertainment and not nothing that I need to go get inspiration from. I'm literally inspired through my DNA for whatever that is. I'm motivated, like I'm self-motivated. Some people that have to go out and get motivation, I'm not mad at that too. But for me, for some kind of reason, up or down, I'm motivated to do something. I'm motivated to grind. I'm motivated to do something. I'm not down. I'm not, So I think those qualities help me just focus on my truth because I'm self-motivated and I don't, we all can't be here forever. So it's about leaving some type of legacy behind.
Yeah, and having that tunnel vision doing it.
Mm-hmm.
What's it like being 2 Chainz?
It's cool as hell, man. I'm known everywhere. I can't really go anywhere. I can't really do nothing. Like, it's a lot of responsibility, but that's what the discipline for, you know what I'm saying? I treat it like a sport, you know what I'm saying, as far as the music, you know what I'm saying? It's eating right, working out, trying to put the right energy out. Obviously, we human, so, every day might not be picture day, you know what I'm saying? But I try to, because for me, I actually prayed for this. I asked God, like, I want to be a superstar, I want to be a blah, blah. I want to be, not blah, 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 but I want to be I want to be this person. I'm in my head, I'm literally praying, I'm manifesting this where I am right now. I want to be this, I want to be this. Then I get here, and then I can't be like, I don't want to be here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't even, so I try to think, and when people are like, this don't get on your nerves, all these people are, this don't do, like, man, I'm like, man, I kind of like, you got to be careful, literally be careful what you ask for. I literally asked for this. And so if I think it's going to get on my nerves or like the young, like people say like, or cause some type of anxiety, which I don't really deal with, I just leave. I won't go. Like if I'm going to a game or something, I know like people are going to be excited to see me. And that's a good thing because what happens is if they're not excited to see me, now I'm tripping. Now I'm wondering why people don't recognize me, why people don't like me, where's the love?
Yeah.
I've seen people go through that too. Just try to, hey, I'm over here. Just, you're not, So it's good, man. God took his time with me. I appreciate it.
Yeah. What's been a big negative surprise of it, though? Like something maybe you didn't expect being 2 Chainz, being a superstar, and it's a negative surprise.
A negative surprise is obviously getting compared to what people think a rapper is or went through, you know what I mean? And that's early on in my career, you would get typecasted as, this or get, pulled over for something like this, something negative just from being a rap, AKA rock star, whatever comes with that. But for the most part, I don't operate in doing anything illegal. It's not even in my thoughts anymore, which is a whole nother level and phase of maturity when you don't even think like that, have those, you know what I'm saying, ideas anymore. So that's where I am right now. So even if I see or get around something that's trouble, I don't feel no type of way because I know I ain't done nothing or doing nothing, you know what I'm saying?
100%. Take me back to that 2 Chainz in College Park, man. Like, what was that like for you growing up, College Park, 9 miles or so outside of Atlanta? Yeah,
College Park is right by the airport. My apartment complex in high school, my 11th and 12th grade year, they end up paying my mom to move so they can expand the runway. That's how close we were to the airport. We literally woke up in the morning because a plane is so, you could just, your department would shake, like because the airplane would be right here on top of the building, and you just be like, oh, it's time to get up, you know what I mean, early flights. And
so those flights were your alarm clock?
That's right.
Wow.
Absolutely. You hear, and you just like, yeah, man, the flight, they leaving out at 6 a.m., all this whole stuff, So that's early on, and then, I graduated from North Clayton High School, which is in College Park. I moved from Decatur. A lot of people don't know that I really came from Decatur because in the 9th grade, I went from McNair Junior High to North Clayton. And, after, you get in high school, like 9th through 12th, that feels like the years that you get your real friends. You learn the most about yourself. You learn obviously your education, but code, street stuff, all this old stuff. So I go to College Park and I meet some like-minded people, which I never thought I would, because I was scared, and still sometimes I'm scared of change, because I just get used to something and I'm like, I'm comfortable with this. But every time I do change, God blesses me with something that I never expected. So I go here and I have friends that I adopt. We have some of the same lifestyle. We share some of the same, hustles and mindsets, and it raised me. It put me, College Park, put a lot of game in me. Put a lot of different kind of structure as a player, like that word crash out. It wasn't a word back then, but it was like people would throw it away for the smallest reason. So I was around older people when I got to College Park who consider themselves like players, and we don't do that, shorty, and like just a little bit more calm approach to any kind of situation, you know what I mean? And I adopted that. I became super, like cool, not antsing, jumping at everything and trying to crash out. So yeah, I was raised by older guys when I got there, and it was good for my growth and development.
Yeah, I know you're tight with your mom. You have that close relationship. What was the biggest thing you learned from her?
My mom is a real survivor. She's a trooper. She's been through a lot, and just turned 75, and still want to do more. Still want to take her friends and sisters with her to different locations. She's my mother. I don't see anything just bad with her. You know what I mean? Any expression she makes, I consider from a place of love, whether it's if she's getting upset or just smiling, I just still consider it from a place of love. It's always just been me and her. I'm my only child. We've just, stayed together for so many years, talk every day. Like my best friend, could talk about anything. She's allowed me to grow up a little earlier than most teenagers probably, due to the fact of my father not being around and me having to contribute to whether it was bill paying or putting food on the table. But those responsibilities, I feel like, led me to be a better man, and it taught me how to be a provider, at a very early age. So she taught me a lot of those, qualities.
Yeah. How about you leave Alabama State, right? You're done, and her memory, she comes home, hear music in the back room, and it's you, and you're perfecting, you're starting to develop your craft back then. What was that moment? Like, take me into that moment when you finally says, all right, I'm done with basketball. Let me be tunnel vision and have used that tunnel vision to attack music. Yeah, music, my whole group would listen to all type of music, right? And a lot of people I hung around was starting to do the rap thing or hustle or both. Now, I was doing the hustle, but I would see people that was rapping. I would be intrigued because the people that was just rapping were starting to dress like quote unquote rappers with baggy clothes and headbands or whatever the style was back then, Crisscross days.
Yeah, but big, not that far back. Not that far back. Like the Hot Boys or something, and Nelly them with the big clothes. Nelly wore a wristband.
That's when we had the long white T-shirts.
Long white T-shirts. So that not quite crisscross. So that would happen, and I would see one of my homeboys, and I'd be like, man, hey, rap, just rap. And he'll do it, and I'd be like, okay. And then, I would freestyle. Like, we would be outside at a car wash, trapping or whatever, and I would, freestyle. And then I don't know, it just became intriguing. And Dollar, who is in the group with me, Play a Circle, he was rapping before me, and they was going to the studio, and so I jumped on a song with him. And it was like, okay, it was kind of fun. And then the next song I think I did was like a solo song, and it was at my friend Juk crib, and Shy, my friend Shy. These guys are older than me at the time. Took me over there, and the first song, it was called Player's Motto, some player stuff. And back then, we spelled players P-L-A-Y-A-Z, and it meant preparing legal assets for years from A to Z, from beginning to end. So I'm like, this the player's motto. And I do it. And everybody telling me it's hard. Like, it was just like the biggest confidence builder ever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody like, bro, this hard. You know, this is my second song. I'm like, this ain't even what I do for real. But like, it wasn't hard to do. Outside, quote unquote. And I have all these experiences, and I'm just dumping it into the music. It's like, it's not taking me a long time to come up with stuff because I'm speaking my truth. And just from then on, it just became, you know, some creative therapy for me. And I couldn't probably back then label it as that, but that's what it was the whole time.
Yeah. It's funny when I track your career and I'm looking back at key moments, right? I see two. Those are two times that you made investments in yourself, right? The one was when you decided you were going to spend about $300,000 for a tour bus, putting a studio in back of it. And the other one was when you paid Ludacris about $100,000 to get out of the deal with Disturbing the Peace and go do your own thing. And you take me back to those moments, right? Spending that $300,000 to get the tour bus so that way you can record in the back of the bus when you're on the road. I love the authenticity too, authentic move that you had, taking your cars on the road as well. You know, take you to say that in the Drink Champs podcast. But take me inside of those two investment moments when you looked at it and said, all right, I have to do this for myself.
First of all, my boys told me to do both of those things. Now that I think about it, even though they're not in the book, when I bought let me just speak on the Luda thing because that was before the bus.
Yeah.
With the Luda thing, I just was outgrowing that. You know what I'm saying? He's an artist himself. He has management representation. He's trying to be somewhere, and he's not finished with his journey. I'm trying to get somewhere without personally thinking I'm being behind or being held up by another situation. So, and also being in the game and observing enough to think that I could do this on my own. Like once I got the information, I wanted to do it on my own. So that was a well spent and well invested $100,000 because I was able to be independent, be on my own thing, and go on what you see now, which is called 2 Chainz. So the voice was overly right. With the tour bus, I was starting to, before I signed my record deal, I went through 3 conversion vans. Conversion vans are like they weren't Sprinters back then. They're the big vans that you go on the road. They have a bed in them. They like turtle tops. I done burnt 3 of them out just on the road, whether I'm doing a chitlin market or just really just taking it on the road, going to Texas or whatever. So a lot of the information I got in my head because I've been on tour with Wayne already, and I'm learning how he moves, and I'm picking up still to this day on a lot of the stuff that he had around him while being successful. So I'm like, okay, if I get a bus, I can put all of us on one bus. It has beds on it. I put a studio on there. It's like a mobile home. And then I bring a chef. Then I'll be, I put everything on this bus, literally like a mobile home. I brought my chef, trainer, engineer, my guys. We go on the road. I spend like $300,000 on this bus, but I'm going everywhere, and I'm able to. At this time, I'm having the most features, that year, whatever. How many, whatever year. I think it was 2012 or one of these years. So at this point, when people call me for a feature, I remember specifically Nikki calling me about Bees in the Trap and like, where are you? I'm needed back tonight. I can book you studio time, and I'm just telling her. Like, just when I get off stage, I'm going to knock it out for you. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I got my engineer in my bus right here. I remember doing South by Southwest and Kanye and Big Sean coming. And then they coming on my bus, and I'm having my chef cook for them. And I'm playing songs, and I'm playing a song that I think Ye would want to get on. It sound good. He's like, nah, that ain't it. And then I play All I Want for My Birthday is a Big Booty Hole. And he like, I like this one. And all this happened on this bus.
Yeah.
All this happened on this bus. I got 1,000 stories on how we recorded, how I did this, how I sent a feature. The No Lie song, I ran into Drake at the All-Star game. I told him, I got a song for you. He was like, send it. And I lied. I ain't have nothing. I lied. I said, oh, shit. He said, I said, oh, I went to my engineer, boy, we got to do something, man. Dog said he going, you know what I mean? I go to the bus. I find this No Lie beat. Mike Will did the beat. I'm like, this little part right here, I feel like he's going to do something dope and melodic. And I do my verse and send it. He comes back with No Lie, No Lie. And I heard it one time. The first time I heard it, I knew it was a hit. That's when I started realizing, like, oh man, hits feel a certain way. It's not just a sound; it feels a certain way. So
Yeah. Do you still got the bus?
yeah, I do.
You still?
It needs to be. It needs to be refurbished. It's been sitting up a long time. I didn't know if I was going to change it to like a museum piece.
With all those stories, you should. You should just have it.
I didn't know what to do because it's legendary. It is iconic to say the least. Mm-hmm.
You just start to redo the stories. Have the bus right there.
I don't know if you just sit it up in the back and let people Airbnb. I don't know what to do with it, but I still have it.
I'm an educated young street brother. It's almost like having a superpower to have these qualities. I love that quote. Elaborate on that. What's the superpower in those qualities?
Obviously, an educated black man has some type of advantage. If you are someone that takes education very seriously. Now, when you get someone that is from the streets, that's educated, I feel like it's not too many things that you can run past them. I feel like you are blessed to have different angles and different spectrums that you're able to see from. Being from the streets, it teaches you all type of levels of survival and how to operate under different circumstances, most of the time negative circumstances. Once you get educated, which is what I did while I was in the streets, it gave me a level of confidence that no one can strip away from me because I'm really like a kid from the streets, and I really do have my college degree too. So regardless of what someone says or put in front of me, if I don't know the information, I'm confident enough to know that I can learn the information. I can, read at a very high level. I was the kid that wanted to read out loud in class. I was the kid that was literally in a trap at night on the back of a car reading a book. And people saying, man, you ain't read that last night. And I'm telling them, what? And so I just think that that's a superpower because I'm someone that no one made. My mom that asked me, was my homework done? Yeah, imagine that. Like, look at, like, my mom didn't ask me, did you do your homework tonight? Nothing like that. I'm on the road all the way through high school, went to college. It was on scholarship from the hard work that I put in. So all that built the confidence. Like, boy, you're a superhero. Because a lot of people, my daughter's super smart, but I know I got to help her get to where she's trying to go college-wise. You know what I'm saying? I got to make sure, like, girl, get up for school. You got to go. Like, imagine my mom didn't do. My mom used to come in my room and turn the light on because I had this, like, strange thing with light. She just come in there and turn the light on while I'm sleeping, leave. It just, boom, and I just get up. Bam. And then after a while, she stopped doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I thought it was a plane. You should turn on the light and hear the plane.
Yeah. Shake your
Well,
whole
man,
room.
listen, take me inside your business as I wrap up here a little bit. But what else are you interested in, man? I know you got the real estate with Candyland. If this is still in your portfolio.
Candyland is a adult entertainment club in Atlanta, 134 Baker Street. Shout out to my partner, Joe. We're just trying to do big things in the city. They Cheetah, which is a huge adult entertainment spot. They've been open over 50 years. They just sold their business, I don't know, 40, 50 million. So it's only a couple in the city. It's still a couple of adult entertainment spots, but you had to be basically grandfathered in 93 or something. You couldn't get a license anymore. So we were able to get our hands on a permit, and now we're just working on the real estate aspect of things around it and just growing. My mom was a loan officer when I was young, and I used to just be in her business with this real estate stuff, and I guess that just kind of fell in my lap because out of all my investments, that's the one that I started earliest and that I'm probably most connected to. I have, I don't know, maybe 20 properties in Atlanta. Shout out to
units, homes?
Different commercial homes,
Nice.
Just different things set up. And I've been I've been communicating with the mayor, shout out to Mayor Dickens in Atlanta, about some of the areas and some of the benefits that they have in the mayor's office that can help me in what I'm trying to do with some of these properties. Basically, I'm a property hoarder. The taxes start hitting you. I've had 3 other properties without my permission. They demoed my properties and then charged me because they demoed my properties. So I'm just dealing with some of those things. I have Esco Tapas and Lounge, which will be open 9 years next month.
Wow.
And
Congrats.
Rehab It franchise. Shout out to Memphis and Marietta and Dallas and all the franchisees. But I've been doing that. Shout out to my partner Snoop, who's just a genius in the hospitality space as well. With a lot of my businesses, I team up with passionate people in that space.
Yeah.
And it's organic to me as well. I'm not like doing a whole lot of reaching. With Escobar, I had the space. She had the knowledge. She needed a bigger space. I had marketing ideas and also people that we can bring in the door, and it worked out very well. I just helped one of my partners, David, open up Pizza Fedora, which is a vegan pizza restaurant in Atlanta, and it's actually the #1 vegan pizza ranked in Georgia, according to Jezebel, whatever the name of that magazine is. I hope I'm saying it right. If I got it wrong, forgive me. I probably got it right. Jezebel, something like that.
Yeah.
But,
Are you into crypto? You got any of that?
Yeah, I've had Bitcoin for a long time. But when I got, not for a long time, because when I got in, it was high.
Yeah.
I think when I got in, my friend had been in, sold, bought a house, and got back in before I got in. But I bought all my kids coins. I don't know if y'all know that or not. But I got all my kids a Bitcoin. They were probably like 30-some thousand.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I bought them.
So your kids, each of them have Bitcoin. Oh wow.
Yeah,
Jesus.
In the trust, I said, but I just and then, man, I hate to forget. You know, I love. Oh, I'm invested in this too. If I can drink?
Yeah,
some?
Zen water.
Yeah, I'm invested in.
Wow.
I'm an investor in this. So
Yeah, I see it at Whole Foods sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Now I got to buy some more because I know you're an investor in that, right?
Yeah, shout out to Lance Collins. Actually,
Now is it alkaline water? It's alkaline, right?
this is alkaline water, and the thing about this is that it's actually ocean-bound plastic recycled. So it's about trying to save, Lord, what's left of us right now.
The environment.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So my guy, Rashawn, he connected me with this. So I have people in a space. It's wild when you start understanding that it's really a who you know thing.
Well, if somebody had a business deal for you, what do you want to see? Like, what do you want to see in a business pitch that you walk outside right now in New York and 2 Chainz, I got this business idea. What's the one thing that'll make you stop and listen?
I'll stop and listen no matter what. But then as far as the pitch, I do have 1 or 2 people that I would get to vet it for me. You know, I wouldn't try to vet it by myself because I don't want emotion to drive what this business could be. I need somebody to be able to read through everything. Somebody could be so excited and get me excited, but I would like somebody to vet. And what I'm learning from my people that help me vet things is that it's important for the person to have something in the game as well.
Right.
Some type of teeth, something skin in the game, something in the game.
Putting their own money in there.
Something.
Yeah.
And I understand that because
You did it.
I did it. If you believe in it so much, you'll spend $300 on a tour bus without a deal. Like, this is crazy what you're about to do. But I'm taking this bus. I'm about to go on tour. So I'm about to go on tour. I'm about to get money. So I'm making sense of why I'm investing $300,000 into a bus, which are normal. I mean, this is what happened. It just hit me. Man, that boy Nelly, I talked about Nelly. I was about to get a Maybach, bro. I just really thought about, I don't know why. I'm asking Nelly about a Maybach. He like,
The voice in your head talking to you. Talk
yeah,
to me.
bro, I'm just thought about this, man. Because I'm sure he will remember this. But, man, I don't know. I'm kicking it with Nelly, put something in and I'm about to get a Maybach. I want a Maybach so bad because obviously I saw Wayne with a Maybach. I saw Ye with a Maybach. I saw Jay with a Maybach. I mean, I ended up getting a Maybach. But instead of getting one that time, he like, boy, you better get a tour bus or something like this. And I listened to him. I was in St. Louis doing something. I was with Nelly at his spot, and he told me that it was a long time ago. I don't want to act like I just had the instinct to do it. I remember him telling me that, and so instead of buying that car, I think I was about to go on tour. It made sense to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's 2. Lil Wayne helps you with the studio, putting it in the back of the bus, and then Nelly helps you obviously get the bus.
Yeah, well, Wayne had a studio everywhere he goes. So I do now. Wayne has a studio to this day everywhere he goes. So it's like when you think out of your head, you want to be able to lay it down any given time. When I say lay it down, you want to be able to record it and get somewhere where you can get these ideas off. So
yeah, I'll get you out of here on some fun stuff, man. But before I do, you look at your career from start to finish, right? When you were in Players Circle, right? Finished basketball in Players Circle, disturbing the peace. I remember the story where you got invited to the Cypher And you had to hurry up to get there, right? Do you think you had a Porsche or a Lamborghini, a Porsche at the time, mate?
I still got my Porsche.
Yeah, you had to rush to the plane. The plane was almost ready to leave you.
Yeah,
and you still made it to the BC Cypher, man. Win a Grammy, all of that. When you think about your career in one word, man, what word would that be? Describe it.
Blessed, but that's so cliche, so I'm trying to think of another word, because I know that's like, but that's the first word that came to my mind.
That's the voice in your head.
Yeah, that's the first word that came to my mind, but my voice always also saying, bro, you know that's cliche. One word to describe this journey. Blessed would be the big one, you know. Blessed would be the big one.
You gotta keep it at
And
blessed.
I think a lot of things can fall under the blessed umbrella, but there's a couple words I would use to describe where I am. But you know, the Roman numeral one would be blessed.
Bless. I like that. I like it. Well, listen, I know you made $1 million, man. How did you spend your first $1 million? Was it the bus, getting out of the contract? Was it just investing in yourself?
No, I didn't get the $1 million until I got out of my contract. And then I bought the Maybach and the Phantom. I bought 2 cars that came
$1 million, those 2 cars put together?
Yeah, and then I took a picture somewhere with me doing push-ups between the cars. Just, yeah, with like some fly stuff on.
If you could do it over again, would you still spend $1 million on those 2 cars? And understanding what you know now, I'm sure you're probably better at money, right? As you got older, would you still go back and do that again?
I'm gonna be honest, I would, because I learned from that. You know, I learned it. Right now, I really do. Hey guys, I'm thinking about. I hadn't made up my mind, but I have like 22 cars, and I'm considering
22
downsizing. But I'm trying to think what I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna keep the Cullinan. I'm gonna keep the Wraith. I'm gonna keep the Lamb. I'm gonna keep the Maybach. I'm gonna keep my Cybertruck.
Well, listen, you can
That's
toss them my
5.
way if you like. You know.
That's 5. I could keep 5.
You got a Range Rover? You can keep that? No Range Rover.
Yeah, no range.
But 22 cars. Yeah, I think you probably should downsize. That's a lot of insurance.
That's what it is. Every month, it's a lot of insurance
Yeah.
for stuff that I'm not driving. So at this point, I'm like, okay. But I still would have bought the cars because it was like I worked. Man, literally, imagine you starting with $50.
Yeah.
I remember having $50 and not going broke ever again. I remember having $50. What grade was this? Anyway, I remember having $50, buying whatever I bought, flipping whatever I flipped, getting to college, getting a Pell Grant, which was $1,500.
I remember them Pell Grants.
What you talking about?
When you got them
You
checks
know I ain't
coming
capping
in.
now. Man, that Pell Grant line be long. They tell you, say, boy, you ain't got to pay this back. Say, boy, you ain't got to pay this back.
Man, I think I went and bought me a suit with that Pell Grant.
I went and bought some pounds with mine, Jack. Suit that.
Look around the world. Where does 2 Chainz put money at right now? Which country, which continent do you invest?
Obviously, Africa.
Africa. Everybody says Africa.
My manager is building some stuff out in Africa. And I have relatives that are from Ghana.
Yeah.
I have some cousins that's from Ghana. So I definitely want to do it. I just don't know where. And I'm always asking somebody to get to Africa. You took connection over the straight flight there. That'd be one of my main things too.
Why?
Because I just feel like straight flights are just, for obvious reasons. I would like a flight that goes from here to wherever I want to be in Africa.
I like connecting flights. Actually.
You do?
Yeah.
You tell me why you like it.
Because I like getting off. I don't like staying on a plane for too long. I like getting off, stretching my legs, and sometimes different concourse. Like one thing I do, I was just in New Orleans. I stop in Nashville all the time so I can get a chicken sandwich right at the airport. But I love connecting flights. I hate doing direct because I just don't want to be on the plane for that long.
Man, I'm
But you got your own private flights though, so it's different for you. Like you got your personal jets.
I go over, no, I'm sorry you think that. No, I'm a Delta 360 member. I have 3 million miles flying in Delta, bro. I have a person drive me to the plane, drive me to the.
So you go through TSA like everybody else.
I go through, so I get I can't even give y'all my game, but yeah, I go through TSA with the person, and the person will take me to a car, and then so I don't have to walk in the airport, and take me straight to the gate. And that's how I move.
Well, see,
but overseas, if I'm traveling overseas, I'm still in a $9,000-$10,000 seat or whatever, so I'm super comfortable or whatever. But I'm not flying private overseas or anything like that. That jet fuel money, and before the pandemic hit, I was flying PJs like crazy because when I did go through the airport, people didn't know how to be cool, a player.
Yeah.
They would just yell 2 Chainz out, and it'd be early in the morning. I would literally tell some, just because of this, I was spending money. I'd be like, man, book me a jet. I can't, man, listen. And this costing money, but they like, you sure you're getting paid for this much? And I'm like, listen, I'm gonna end up crashing out in this airport because people would be messing with me. But when the pandemic hit, people started wearing masks. And it worked out.
It worked out, yeah. They couldn't recognize you.
I'm walking past people and they just walking past me.
It felt good, right?
And I said, you know what? No more PJs. I'm fine.
And just wear a mask.
Just wear a mask.
Just wear a mask the whole time. Yeah.
Just
But when you
wear a
downsize your cars, then you can probably get a private jet because you'll have money for
I'm
the future.
probably still a rock with Delta. Y'all need to give me some miles or maybe some type of. So the way I'm promoting Delta right now, y'all need to come on with. Y'all need to give me an old cargo and let me redo
you got some Delta stock? You get some Delta stock. I'm sure you got
That's
that.
interesting.
Yeah, you got to get Delta stock. You got to own some of that. You fly it.
Yeah, I fly it as much as I do.
Yeah, right. Make some money off of it, man. Make some money off of it. Well, I get you out of here on this, man, because you're busy, and I know you got a flight to catch, right? Delta back to Atlanta, right?
Jump on this Delta flight, man.
What's the difference? I always get out of here on Good to Great, Jim Collins, Good to Great books, my favorite business book. But what's the difference between a good hip hop artist and a great one?
A good hip hop artist is someone that's born to do it. A great one is someone that's born to do it and they work hard at it.
I love that. Yeah. Like you've worked hard your whole career.
Yeah.
Do you feel you're great now?
Yeah, I'm great for sure.
I love that.
I'm great.
Blessed, great, tunnel vision.
Those are the things that work for me. You know, people have things that work for them. This seems to be working for me, you know.
Yeah. Well, you in Forbes again. It's working perfectly. 2 Chainz, my brother, thank you so much for the time. I really appreciate it. Safe travels back home and come back and talk business with us.
Thank you, bro.
All right. 2 Chainz here, Enterprise Zone. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.